Israeli skies were streaked with a barrage of Iranian missiles yet again on Sunday and spreading on to today as well. It came shortly after Israel's army warned of a new missile salvo from Iran and advised the public to take cover until further notice. Israel's public broadcaster today said that several people have been injured in Iran's missile strike on the city of Haifa and that there is an active fire at the scene. Israeli police says rockets have fallen in Tel Aviv, causing damage. However, so far, no injuries have been reported. Several videos showed missiles over the skies of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and many of them being intercepted by Israel's air defense system. This is the latest round of attacks in the biggest ever confrontation between the two long-standing enemies. Now we have Itai Melchior, non-resident senior fellow, Atlantic Council, joining us on the broadcast. Itai, thank you so much for being with us on the broadcast. Talk to us. As of now, this is all but a full-blown war between Iran and Israel.
Yes, it's a war of a new kind. We don't see two armies clashing. We see Israeli airstrikes, Israeli Air Force dominating the skies of Iran, and we see Iran shooting missiles at the civilian population in Israel. You have to remember the distance between Israel and Iran is thousands of kilometers with several countries in between. And you actually said in your introduction, long-standing enemies, rivals. But we have to remember that until 1977, Iran and Israel were best of friends. And until the Ayatollahs took over the regime in 77, those two countries shared a lot of technology. Israel is working there in water technologies, in education, in infrastructure. And it's only since 1977 that we've become enemies, even though there is no dispute between Israel and Iran, no border dispute, no shared and common border. So it is a bit of a strange kind of war. And I think the main thing to remember is that Israel went on this preemptive strike because Iran has now, for more than a decade, been striving to get to a nuclear bomb, threatening to use it against Israel. And that is something that was totally unacceptable for Israel and should be totally unacceptable for the entire Western world.
Right. Talk to us also. We're getting reports about how senior commanders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC of Iran, have been killed in Israeli strikes, and more are getting killed on a daily basis. Meanwhile, we also understand that Donald Trump has vetoed Israel's plan to assassinate Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
I'm not 100% sure this is the actual fact. There have been a lot of issues and rumors said. I think Israel has not had the interest to strike at this point. Remember, this is not a terrorist organization that we are dealing with, like with Hamas and Hezbollah, where Israel did target the heads of the organizations. This is the head of a country. You can argue about it's democratically elected or not, but it's the head of a country, and Israel is very careful not to target state figures in this case. It may come to that, but I think Israel would rather have someone at the helm they can negotiate with, because you have to remember that in the end, there has to be an end game to this. Israel is not going to conquer or send ground troops to Iran, and therefore, in the end, this will have to be resolved with some kind of agreement, most likely brokered by the US or other Western entities, and therefore, there's no real reason to eliminate or assassinate the head of a state.